back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Gigi's in the kitchen doing what she loves to do. And what is that? Cooking. Today, you're not going to be able to guess what we're making, but I guess I better tell you. We're making my Blackeye Pea soup. Yes, we are. We're going to use some olive oil, some garlic, vegetable broth, stock. You can use chicken or chicken. You can use the chicken stock or broth on that as well. The black-eyed peas, I've got 4 cans. Those are Leeks. I've got them sitting in water. I like to slice them up and let them sit for about 30 minutes, to get all that sand and gook out of them. And that's about a cup of onions. That is a yellow onion. That's about a half a cup of celery. Okay. We're going to need some cilantro. Beef sausage. I'm going to use both of these. I was going to just use one, and I said, you know what? Let's just meter up. Butter, garlic salt, Mrs. Dash, red pepper flakes, and we're going to need some heavy whipping cream. Here is your shot, okay, of everything that we're going to be using. All right, I'm going to get the whipping cream back in the refrigerator, and I'll be back. All right, now the first thing we're going to do is get, I'll say, a tablespoon or so of olive oil in this pan. I've already got it. I said pan, but this is my Dutch oven. That was more than enough, but that's all right. But that's all you need. So we're going to go ahead and get that onion in there. That's what I mean about having your pan, your skillets and everything waiting for you instead of you waiting on them. And then that celery. We're going to do something different with those leeks, and I'll show you that in a minute. So we're going to saute this on up. I'm going to let this go for a minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the garlic, okay? Just for a minute. I'll be right back. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put in some of those red pepper flakes. Again, mine is just for flavor, not so much for heat. So if you want more heat, feel free to add as much of this as you like, okay? Then I'm going to go in with some of the garlic salt. And I'm going to go in with some of this Mrs. Dash. And I didn't show you pepper, but I am going to use some pepper as well. Alright. I'm going to give this a little zhuzh. And whenever you're cooking onions, bell peppers, and celery, all of this combination, it really sets an aroma off in your house, let me tell you. So we're going to go ahead and put in some of that garlic. You can put in as much of this as you want, or as little. Put a pinch more of that. She loves garlic. And so I'm just going to let this cook for exactly 2 minutes. That's it. Let those flavors marry, get to know one another, become best of friends, so they can do something to the rest of this dish, okay? We are getting ready to start adding flavor after flavor, okay? So we're going to let this go for 2 minutes, and I'll be back. I decided to go ahead and put some of this ancho chili powder in it. This just does something to a dish. And I'm going to stir that up and continue to let this cook, okay? So I'm going to let it cook for 2 minutes, all right? Ooh, I'm telling you, the flavor's up in here. I'll be back. Okay, so this has been cooking a couple of minutes. So now, what I did was I took my sausage, I put it on the pan and let it bake in the oven on 350 for about 15 minutes while my stuff was going on. It just makes life a little easier. So I'm going to get all of this in here. I mean, you can absolutely, I know this is loud, I apologize, but you can absolutely put this, hold on. Okay, I wanted to get that out the way. You can absolutely cook this in the pan with all of this together, but I just don't want my onions and my garlic to burn, so that's why I do it like that. You can absolutely cook the sausage in a skillet by itself. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. So I'm just going to let these flavors combine for a good minute, and I'll come back and show you what's going to be our next step. Okay, now I've rinsed these off. I let them soak. They're good and clean. So now at this point, I'm going to use some good old-fashioned cornstarch. Okay, just some good old-fashioned cornstarch. I've got this one and I've got the off-brand. It does not matter which one you use. You just want to put a couple of spoons in here because we're going to coat them up. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to coat up these leeks, okay? You want to get it as coated as best as you can, okay? And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this, all right? I'll be right back. All right, now that we've let that combine, we've got our leeks coated. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that next. But we're going to go ahead and get those black-eyed peas in here. And we're going to let them get to know one another with all these ingredients, all that yumminess. And I'm going to let this go for about 3 minutes, okay? 3 minutes. And while that's going, I'm going to move over to this skillet. And I'll be right back. Okay, so the skillet is already getting warm for me. I'm going to go in with some vegetable oil. And I'm going to let that heat up for a couple of seconds here. I'm going to give it a minute. I'm going to let that heat up, and I'll be right back. Now we're going to go ahead and go in with that chicken stock. We're going to get all of that in there. You let those flavors combine. I'll let it go for 3 minutes. Now I'm just going to give this a nice little zhuzh. And we're going to let this go for another, I'd say another 3 minutes, okay? And then we're going to add something else to it. I'll be back. Okay, we're going to get these leeks here into the oil. You just want to grab a few and get them in there. Okay? You don't want to overcrowd the pan. And that's enough. Alright? And we're going to let these cook for a couple of minutes. You just want them to get brown. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, we're back. So now you see how it's boiling? That's what we want. We're going to go in with half a cup of heavy whipping cream. Half a cup is all you need. Half a cup. Alright? And then we're going to stir this in. We're going to cut that fire back. And we're going to let this simmer for 10 minutes. And then the soup is almost done. It's almost done. We're almost there. We're going to cut that fire back to a low. And we're going to let her simmer for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Simmer. I'll be back. Okay, I cooked my leeks for a couple of minutes. As soon as they come out, hit them with a little bit of salt. Alright? Just a little bit of salt. And they're done. Here we go. Black-eyed pea soup. That's what we just made. Doesn't that look delicious? Those are the leeks. I got a little happy with the cornstarch, but you know what? The flavor is still there. They're just like the crunchy onions that you put on your green bean casseroles. That's all that is. But look at that. Look at that. Doesn't that make you want to bite? Yum, yum. I'm telling you, you better make some. Things made easy with Gigi. All day, every day. Everybody be blessed and stay safe. And know that Gigi will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.